to the FBC Durant podcast. I'm Garrett.
I'm Cory.
I'm Sarah.
And welcome to the Thanksgiving catch-up episode. Not to be confused with Thanksgiving ketchup, because that
we all know and love.
I don't like condiments. Do you put ketchup on any of your Thanksgiving food?
I do not, but the imagery is
I would just love to know
great.
if anyone's got a bottle of ketchup at the Thanksgiving table.
I'll be on the lookout this year.
It's an alternative name for chutney, which will make another appearance.
Chutney.
I'm not sure that's a real thing. That's why you need your producer table over there to
just be Googling Thanksgiving dishes.
Chutney.
Is that a thing?
Beautiful. All right. So today we are going to consider Thanksgiving.
You will be able to listen to this at Thanksgiving.
More than once, even.
Yes.
If you would like. Gather around.
You can literally put this up on YouTube, airstream it on the TV in the middle of a Cowboys game, and cause a fight between two uncles.
No warnings.
Just act like you're not doing it. Just be like, who are these people on my TV talking? I'm going to hit somebody.
Cold turkey.
So,
pun intended.
Yes.
Just
Cold
throw
turkey.
it up.
That's a good one.
Yep. All right, good start. All right, but we're going to talk about some of our previous episodes that you have plenty of time to listen to this coming week. And then kind of give a heads up on where we're headed the next few series of episodes. Should be a good time. But we're going to start with first takes. These guys don't know the questions, but they are giving their comments. So here we go. First take number 1, Thanksgiving meal sides MVP.
okay.
Mashed potatoes. Creamy mashed potatoes with butter.
Cream. Oh, specific.
They have to be like not like lumpy mashed potatoes for me. It has to be like creamy mashed potatoes.
Not the lump. It's fair.
Here's my problem with Thanksgiving.
Yes?
There's too many weird foods that are just locked into this holiday. We only see them once a year.
Just thrown at you.
And they're just goofy. Mm-hmm. There's just the goofiest table you'll ever walk in and see. It looks like it looks like we see in a movie, and it's like a king in like the 1500s. It's just that stuff we eat once a year, and it's just like, this is odd.
Here's the minute.
And I like mac and cheese because I like foods that are year round.
Yeah, that's
I'm a year-round food kind of guy.
True.
That's in a craft cup. I mean,
I'm
that's
not
no surprises there.
I'm just like, give me some mac and cheese and we're fine.
It's beautiful.
I don't know what green bean casserole is, but since we don't eat it the rest of the year, I don't want to eat it now.
That's fair.
That's my
So
taste.
real.
Yeah.
So,
And chutney is something I brought up earlier in discussion.
I did Google it. I like
thank you.
Goog on chutney. And chutney, chutney proper is not what you're talking about. You're talking about cranberry chutney.
Yes.
oh, okay.
So if you look it up, it's cranberry chutney. If you look up regular chutney, it's like traditional Indian dishes.
Oh, American twist, of course.
So,
We're
anyways,
we're
cranberry
good at that.
chutney.
my mind
Garrett
went to chum,
actually-
like the fish guts you throw to attract sharks.
Garrett
That's what my
actually
mind
just
went
picked one that Cory is just adamantly against.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's one of
the purpose. I don't even know the name
The
of
cranberry in general, like get bent. Like
Yeah.
you only show up once a year. Like, why are you here?
it. Here it is. In circular
cranberry
form.
hater.
Well, it adds to the turkey. I discovered it recently, and I'm almost 40, so
Oh my
that's
gosh.
interesting.
I love
Hence
it.
to your reference of this being from wherever, the olden days.
Yes.
A non-traditional family tradition that you experience at Thanksgiving nearly every year. Does that register? You know what I'm talking about?
Like something unique to your family Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't have to be organized by any means. Something that just typically happens every year. I'll start.
Okay, you go first while I stew.
Back in the day, at the grandparents', people would eat. This is probably not real random. I mean, people fall out asleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, it was always like the grown men ended up in the floor. So we would have like 5 grown men laid out, completely knocked out in the floor. Maybe a pillow, maybe not.
Food coma.
But definitely a tradition, and I don't see that other places that I go. Grown men asleep on the floor, just kind of like Tetris and the little house. No, this is a
I do
deep
not have
cut.
a family tradition per se, because that's unique. I don't
Or
think.
your own tradition.
But I am going to give just a little family story of a few years ago. My great uncle shot a hole in the floor at our Thanksgiving. with a gun. He shot a hole in the floor.
Yeah,
This is recent, like just the last few
yes,
years, right?
this was like 3 years ago.
Because I
maybe?
remember getting this story in real time.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
did in fact
Feels like
come out
yesterday.
just to show people this firearm that he had.
It works.
And he shot a hole in the floor.
Had a
It did cause a ruckus. We
Had a
actually
live
weren't in the
discharge,
house,
huh?
but anyways, just complete and utter chaos. All that to say, I feel like one good family tradition is just the utter chaos that comes with your whole family getting together. Not as much chaos when it's like the smaller portions of the family, but when it's
Definitely
big family,
ebb
it's
and flow
like
the whole time.
yeah, for sure.
High and low
And
moments.
also used to like my family's so big, we used to like have to rent out somewhere to have our Thanksgiving. So I thought that was kind of unique growing up because like we were just like our family was so large that we couldn't like meet at anyone's house. Over the years we've dwindled down a little bit,
Yeah.
but so we have it at someone's house now
I like
where
it.
the hole in the floor was shot. But anyways,
That's cool.
weird story.
I want
Yeah.
you to walk
Unique
in
things.
that room this Thanksgiving and shoot a hole in the floor. And
The
start
hole
a
is
tradition.
there. The hole is there in
Yeah.
the floor.
Just walk in
They took
and
a little.
bam.
They took a little circle of paneling and put it down
like
where
an
the bullet
ornament.
hole was. But
Memories.
yeah, it could be a tradition if we wanted to start it
walk
up.
in
as soon as you
Technically,
walk
this year
in.
and just go, bam. And then that's the tradition.
tradition set.
Love that.
Pass it on to
Now
your
it's a
kids
tradition.
one day. One day Heath can walk in and just
No,
shoot
literally.
the floor. It's just having Thanksgiving in general like an option because
Yeah, we can call it that.
I mean it's like my parents are the black sheep of their families, so we didn't do the big Thanksgiving. It was
Okay.
always kind of internal. My mom, love her to death, one of my favorite people, hates the holidays in general though.
Okay.
Because it's just she's supposed to be left alone to watch football, and when
Good for
people
her.
come home, it's just we talked.
I respect that.
And she's just like, shut up. This year, she's actually going to the Cowboys game. She just
Good
said
for her.
She's making
Thanksgiving's canceled, or we're doing it another day. So she's getting a good Thanksgiving this
So-
year. So
that is a tradition.
I will say
Oh,
this
that's
though. I used to go to my dad's family by myself because I was like, fine, if y'all are gonna be fuddy duddies, I'm gonna go eat with that
Festive
side of the
Cory.
family, and they're Ardmore folk,
Okay.
like as
Shout
you know.
out.
And my
Cory Coon.
aunt every year would like find the like Jehovah's Witnesses in town and like invite them to Thanksgiving. And then like give them a project to do, and because if you give them a project, they can wear whatever they want. They don't have to dress up and stuff like that. And like I always thought that was a fun tradition.
That's cool.
You just always had random people there that everybody's kind of getting to know, and there's like, well, yeah, we're here to hang up Christmas lights and have Thanksgiving.
It's a tradition. I
I
like
love
that.
it.
Look at that.
And so it was fun.
All
It was a
right.
good time.
Next one. Turkey question mark.
Yes,
Yes.
I don't like ham,
Oh,
so
like we're-
turkey. Yes, for
Just
me.
really anything. I just
Yes.
turkey question mark. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not a big fan personally, but
I love turkey, especially deep fried turkey. My papa used to deep fry the turkeys.
yes,
Oh, good.
it is tasty.
And I
That's-
don't like ham, so it's my holiday option.
it's-
And I don't like. I only like turkey lunch meat too. I don't want ham. That's lunch meat.
I don't want to come off as just
Oh, yeah.
I have the strongest opinions about Thanksgiving than I've had about anything on this podcast, but
passionate.
at work right now, they're doing like they put up pictures of different meats right now, and you put a tally mark, see which one.
Yeah.
Turkey's coming in last place, and it's infuriating.
That is
me.
wild.
Like it's
Not last
turkey.
place.
It's Thanksgiving. What I don't. Ham I get kind of closely like as a silver place edition like staple, but turkey, man,
Yeah.
brisket's winning, and I don't understand
That's wild.
what is going on.
Southern
question.
influence.
Great question.
It's upsetting me a lot. So.
I mean, I'm for it. I've
Yeah,
gotten
I love
creative with
brisket,
it,
but I feel like turkey's getting disrespected.
and what
at
I
work.
get is delicious. I
So.
just first and foremost, not the first thing I'm looking for. I'm a dessert guy, which is not one of these questions. So, Thanksgiving versus Christmas, who wins?
Thanksgiving versus Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas easily.
Okay.
Don't be contrary.
No, what it is Christmas clearly wins,
Mm-hmm.
but I do feel like Thanksgiving gets the shaft.
Devil's advocate.
It just gets the shaft sandwiched between Halloween and Christmas.
Which Halloween and
Okay.
Christmas are my two favorite holidays. So it is a tough sell
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving in between
That's the
those
thing,
two.
man. It just kind of gets paired
Yeah.
in the middle there, and like we're decorating over it. Either Halloween people still have their Halloween stuff up, or Christmas people have their Christmas stuff up. It's just
true. It's true.
You know, if I drive down the street and I see someone with like an inflatable turkey in their yard, I kind of like smile. I'm like, way to go, people.
You went out of your way.
Your due diligence to show Thanksgiving some respect.
Yeah, I just love Christmas. So
yeah, it's a big one. Christmas, it wins.
Yeah,
it's got better movies.
Yeah,
so
that's true too. Yeah, Thanksgiving's just it's just a side piece to all of it, right?
Yeah,
true.
It's just a break in between the chaos.
I appreciate, and this is not a cheesy segue, but it is. I do appreciate the clear theme of Thanksgiving. It's very understood what we're all doing here. I do like that.
It's giving.
It's giving.
Thanks.
This is the next thing we do before Christmas. I see through you.
Do y'all do the weird thing where someone in your family stands up, everyone go around the room and say what you're thankful for?
You know
That's what we're going to do today.
We have.
What do you mean?
we have done that actually, I think, at some point, but
that's good.
The way that Thanksgiving never big in my home, holidays never big in my home growing up, but like when I first went to my dad's family by myself when I could drive, they did that, and I almost had a panic attack. I was like, "We're doing what? We're going to the room and saying, I barely know you people." Like it was awful. So
everyone stand up.
That's awesome. Okay,
we are talking the concept of gratitude, I mean, which is obviously thankfulness, more of a something you could practice every day, I guess.
Yeah,
rather than thinking of thankfulness every day. Gratitude simply makes more sense day in, day out. I do think it's worth kind of like highlighting that and emphasizing that just kind of from the perspective of a believer. For a long time, not for a long time, I still do struggle with anxiety. Yeah, which is not new to a lot of people. But I couldn't tell you how old I was, but the concept of gratefulness kind of being a weapon for anxiety was something that like really clicked with me when I was younger. There's this brand that I like that's called Grateful, and I have like hats and shirts that have Grateful on them because it's a constant reminder for me. Well, the underlining is that like that's been such a strong theme of my life to battle my anxiety. It's hard to be anxious as you are grateful, living in gratefulness.
So what's that look like, Garrett? Like if you go outside the church right now and your tire's just slashed. And someone wrote jerk on your windshield. How would you battle that anxiety? Like, what does that look like? So with
gratefulness, maybe it doesn't come immediately.
Yeah.
But that problem eventually resolving, whether it's help from someone.
It's kind of like the mindset, I guess, of like if you get a new tire, like thanks that I have the money to get a new tire.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like that, right? It's like, so it's refocusing like your frustration or anxiety to the silver lining.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to live in that so that it's like their win.
Yeah. Okay.
It arises.
I also think like, I don't know, same thing, like anxiety. It's like more like living in the present, like being thankful for what I have in the present instead of thinking of what could go wrong in the future, because that's where my anxiety stems from a lot of times. Is like, I'm like, oh, everyone I love is going to die. That's like one of my big anxiety points. And I think that living in the present and trying to be thankful for what I currently have has helped that too. Not that it's done away with it, obviously, because I still have trouble with it, but I think that trying to be grateful for what I'm currently experiencing instead of focusing on like the woes of the future.
That's good.
Helps.
I like that.
It is a present emotion, like an emotion that you can have in the present day, present time. That's really good. In thinking about gratefulness and the cheesiness of sharing what we're thankful for, not specifically going around and be like, what are you thankful for? I do like in this space thinking about the podcast and just the year we've had in church, with our church. There's a lot to be thankful for. We've had, the Lord has blessed us in a lot of ways, through new faces, people coming to church, coming back to church, even our growth ourselves. I mean, like the conversations we have, we typically bring up where we're growing, where we're being challenged. Is there anything specific that, during this week where you're hearing, whether it's commercials or people asking you, what are you grateful for, that you can genuinely think on this year in relationship to your spiritual life that you have gratitude for? And not just for Thanksgiving Day while you're sitting at the table, but something that maybe you refer to often or encourages you often. Does that make sense?
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like within the last year, maybe like
in the context of the church,
something that's just kind
Yeah.
of like maybe living inside of you that you're just kind of like, hey, what am I really grateful for?
Yeah.
Lately, it's been. I'm gonna sound like a broken record on this podcast, but it's been my J group. I've actually been in. I started a different J group in September or late August, I guess. And it's been good because I was kind of out of the J group game for a little bit, and just in between like having Callaway and just one child, having child,
but
and
the other one's still there.
he's
Child.
exactly.
The other one's still
It's
there
just
and needs stuff.
the chaos of my life.
Having child.
And so I started a new J group in the fall semester, and it has been just really good for me and I've been really grateful for it, just to remind me of things like live in the present, try to be thankful for things in the present, like just the reading that we've been doing have been good reminders, and like the scripture memory has seemed like pretty pertinent to just, it is as it goes, but like every time I read it, I'm like, oh man, this is weirdly on the nose for what I'm going through, and it's not a coincidence, obviously, I know that, but
sure.
Just my community, I think, has been coming up a lot because in the last, I've had a tough season of life the last 3 years, and so I think this last year, just seeing more of like the overflow of the help that having community around me extends to like my life and the effects on it.
That's good. Why do you think that keeps coming up in so many of our conversations?
What?
J groups.
I don't know. They're rad.
They're
I've only done the one, but
They're
I still
rad.
talk about it all the time.
It's now the time we pressure you to join another one.
I do need to join another
There you
one.
go.
I think it's because
Live,
for
live,
me, it
on camera.
it keeps me like consistently in the word. I always try to be pretty consistent,
Right.
but spoiler alert, I'm not always consistent, especially in the past 3 years where I've had 2 kids, lost my dad, been through a whole lot. It's just been chaos. And a lot of it's been good chaos, but like still, like I think we've all been in seasons of life where like your walk with the Lord can kind of take like a back seat. So I think it's been good for me to like be consistently in the word, and also like be consistently sharing with people my struggles. And y'all know, but I think it's so cathartic to be able to share with people who love the Lord and push you towards the Lord about your struggles.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the way the Lord intended it, but I just think it's encouraging, and I think we've talked about how important J group is. I think that's one of the important things in it, and I don't think that communities confined to J groups. I just think that it's one of the ways it's really presented itself in my life in the past year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think J groups, I guess if we're just going to turn this into a PSA for J groups, is
unintentional.
because
It
I
always
think
happens.
what it is I do think like you have your church, you have your larger community, and I think what comes with that in a larger community is you're sort of kind of got a mask on at all times. And I think that's true for everybody. I go to therapy because I have like 80 masks and I don't even know who I am as a person. But I think everyone kind of has that mask when they step into the church on the Sunday or sanctuary, even in something as big as like a life group maybe. But like when you're in that like J group and it's 3 people, I feel like the masks come off. You're like, okay, the 3 or 4 of us, we're gonna go through it for a year. Like we're just gonna like absolutely dig our heels in, and like we're just throwing all the nonsense off the table, and we're like, we're gonna get real, right? Because that's just easier to do.
Yeah.
In a small, like, intimate group where everyone signs on for that.
Right.
Everyone's like, cool, like, this is a safe space to just leave the mask at the door and go, I don't have to pretend like I've got this together.
Right.
And again, I think you grew up in church, you've been in church a long time, you always just kind of like worry that everyone else around you's got it figured out.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I did my quiet time. And you're like, I haven't done a quiet time in so long. You know, like you just kind of always in your own brain. And then I think you go to these J groups, everyone's a little bit more vulnerable, a little bit more like whatever. And you go, okay, cool. So this is hard for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, this is, okay, cool. I
True.
feel like this is level playground. And it encourages you.
Yeah.
You know, to like go deeper and work on that relationship, your personal relationship with the Lord, you know, because it's just comforting, I think.
Yeah.
In its uneasiness and discomfort, it's comforting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I think it's like it's the secret sauce that's not so secret. I mean, when you break it down, it's like, what are we doing? We're reading the Bible, we're praying, we're confessing. So it's the things you know to do, but it's like publicly we do those things together in the worship setting, in the life group setting. But the J group is the one thing holding you accountable to practicing that on your own, I think, is why it feels so much.
And I think
more
sometimes like we
unique.
do that, like what you're talking about, I think it's like you feel like you're struggling, like if you're struggling or something's really hard for you, it can feel like really isolating, like you're the only one who struggles with this, like you're the only one having a hard time with this, and that is so not the reality.
Yeah.
I think that becomes more clear whenever you're in a J group, because people are actually sharing about what they're having a hard time with, whereas like, not that it's negative, but like we're not all going to share what we're having a hard time with on a Sunday morning at worship. It has its like time, you know, but I just think it's, anyways, that's what I'm thankful
and it's
for.
like we're guarded and guided by Scripture, so it's like it's holding you all together in place.
My J group a few years ago, it was great, and it was by request. I said I want to be with older dudes. Just throw me in with older dudes.
Right on.
But it was scary because also I like, you know, and I get thrown in with Gary Spohr, Joe Barrett, and John Snyder, and I'm like, these dudes are gonna have like the Bible memorized. They're gonna be like, they're gonna come every week prepared. It was so refreshing to come, and they'd be like, I didn't get around to it this week. It's busy, and you're like, I'm busy too. This is great.
We're all busy,
you know, and then of course like going through it and unpacking, like to literally hear a guy who's been walking with the Lord for 50 years going like, I still don't really understand this one, and you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
It's comforting. It's good to know that, like, again, we're human, and I'm not expected to be like, you know, Spurgeon at all times. You know, it's nice.
I'm allowed to be human. I'm allowed to be, you know, falling short here, there, where elsewhere, and acknowledging I need help or I need growth in those areas.
Okay, so what is Cory thankful for?
Oh, man,
Grateful for?
I mean, like, I will go off of a few things. I think, like, I try every day, and I think I am always in amazement that I'm married in general. I'm pretty unmarriable.
Just kidding.
In a lot of ways. But the fact, like, I constantly, like, tell my wife all the time, especially if we're in the midst of any conflict, I try to ground us and go, like, you realize that mathematically we should have never met.
Yeah.
We have met by just the most obscure circumstances. And like we should have never crossed paths. And like, so I maintain like all the time that I'm very thankful for my wife, and I try to look at her with those eyes every day of just like, man, I got lucky. Something happened just right that, you know, we met, because you might be the only woman on earth patient enough for me. So that was lucky.
That's cool.
And so, but I would say like in recent, like, I just got back from the church retreat. I'm an introvert. On paper, the church retreat should be the worst thing in the world for me. And I kind of always go, do I want to go?
Yeah.
I always end up having the best time.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
And and I think this year specifically, I kind of walked in with kind of some weirdness in the sense that this podcast has made me visible in the church, which I don't love sometimes. When people come up like, hey, I know you. And people say my name and I don't know theirs, and I'm like, and then I recognize it's the podcast, or it's being on stage in worship. And like over the summer, Bombshell, I kind of like was telling my wife, like, I may step away from the podcast. I may actually stop playing bass in the worship team, because I was like, I like to be in the shadows. I like to not be. I just don't like it, type of thing. But like, kind of coming into the church retreat, it kind of gave me more of a thankfulness for it, because I think because I'm not going to walk up and talk to people.
Yeah,
like I'm just not. Like this is not my expertise. It's not my talent. I don't walk in a room and light it up. I walk in a room room and find a corner. And so
He lit up every room he walked in.
Well, people came
Cory.
up and talked to me and was just like, hey, I know, and it was an icebreaker for people, and like I got way more out of it because that exists now. And so I think it gave me like, and I kind of was talking to Jube when we were driving home after the excellent firework show that Brady Baskin puts on.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, I was like, Jube, I think we found a church community. Like, and we've always wanted that. And we've always kind of struggled or felt, and I was like, I think we might have actually, like, we're in one.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I feel like this is cool. I feel like this is what me personally been searching for a very, very long time. And then us as a married couple just kind of like, we're very comfortable and we're very happy. And like, I got to meet some people and it was great. Met a woman named Kathy who was, every time I ate with her, she's just like the most because we're on the subject of thankfulness, she's like the most thankful person. Every bite, she's like, oh, this food, I'm so thankful for this food. You're just
cool.
like, I take food for granted. I feel guilty. And so, but it's great. It's great being around your church. It's great being around just, I think, a church that's very healthy right now, and which is wonderful. And it was, I really love the church retreat every year, and it always just makes me just very, very pumped and happy and recharges me, I think, to be in this church. And, you know, and me and Jube were like, hey, Sarah was there and we were supposed to talk to her. And I was like, I know, I forgot.
Bro, you know, I was literally talking to Cole about this. I said, I love All Church Retreat too. We've gone like almost every year, not last year because I was quite literally about to give birth and I was scared of having my child in the Arbuckles. But
don't do it.
I was literally telling him, I was like, it's so hard right now, like the season of life. And I'm like, it's so hard for me to connect with people at places like that because like I'm so locked into parenting. Like kids. I was just felt like I was corralling kids and I was just like, I mean, like I felt a little bit discouraged at first because I was like, man, I feel like I'm not connecting to anyone new because I'm like out here just chasing my kids around or trying to make sure they're fed. So I'm not like, anyways, by the end of it though, I felt like it was, I mean, I felt like I do every year. Like I'm glad we went. Yeah. I think it was really good. But yeah, so anyways, if I didn't talk to you, it's because I was parenting.
I'm in a stage of life where I've told my wife multiple times, I was like, I think Sarah Hughes and I would be best friends.
Yeah.
But we only talk on this podcast.
It's becoming clear. Let's just.
And so the church retreat was like, hey, if they're there, you can talk more. And I was like, you're right. And I saw you a few times, but I was walking.
Listen, this is why we have to start the side pod.
Yeah, that's the side pod. That's
coming soon.
Breaking news.
Snapple
coming soon, everyone. Side pod.
It broke here. Wow. So, I wasn't ready for that today.
But I mean, it is cool. It's cool to just like. That I just think that the church retreat's always fun, and you do get in this situation where even like you're too busy to get to talk to everyone because it's just a lot of like, you know, just fellowship and it's fun and it's great. Gary made me give tours of Falls Creek.
Dude, I wanted to take one of those, but we didn't get signed up in time.
That's like his baby, and then he wanted to save his voice the next day for the sermons or whatever he does, and like all of a sudden I'm trying to do it. He told me, I'm like, something about this cabin is interesting, and
I would love to see the things you highlight.
I really thought my kids would have enjoyed it, so I was like, I need to get on this tour, but then it felt like they were like in high demand. The tours were in high demand, everyone.
That's great.
Book your tours next year, Cory. All Church Street.
I was like, there's the Tabernacle. I just played here. Big deal. Week 4, Falls Creek. That was the highlight of it.
And in this alley.
I was like, so, but it was a good time, and I enjoyed doing that because, I mean, like, even on those tours, I got to know some people even better, you know, like me and Catherine Ryan's ended up becoming our de facto tour guide on our tour because she has a lot of stories there, and I was like, oh, thank goodness, I'm just driving now. But it was fun. It was a good time.
And I think that's just to wrap that up. I think that's what I am thankful for. Obviously, I'm thankful for gifts God has given me, my family, my wife, my boys. But I think we're talking about the community that keeps me in the fight. I took a break from music recently because I realized we needed to be more present on Sundays and involved. It's like, it's weird on stage. You kind of have to break through a wall. Yeah. You can kind of hide on stage, but it sounds really weird. But you got to break through the wall and engage with the church. Yeah. But things like that, my J group, it's the things that keep you in the fight. To take care of those people, the blessings and the gifts I've been given, I got to be my best And by that, really, I've got to be surrendered to the Lord so He can, shape me, mold me, grow me to lead my family well.
Yeah.
And be all that He wants me to be.
I know. Shout out to my kids and to my husband, because I did not say I was thankful for them, and then y'all both did, and I am thankful for them. So shout out to them.
She is thankful for you.
Anyway,
She's not just saying that because
I'm not just saying that because Cole's sitting in here producing this podcast. I am thankful for him. I am thankful for my kids.
You had to go first.
They're being miserable with me after.
You were kind of like, what's the profound answer? And then we were both like,
okay, obviously, my husband, my kids, they're number one, and everything else I said was second.
No, but for sure, and if you take anything out of this podcast, it's that J groups and the all church retreat are really fun, and you should be a part of those. Yeah, for sure, because they do rock in a lot of ways. They're very rad.
Lock into whatever's going on. There's all
kinds of stuff.
Lock in.
There's
kids.
always stuff going on.
So we hope that we carry kind of like a heart of gratefulness, of joy into the homes we enter, the family we interact with. What we do, we want to ourselves bring that to family dinner so that we can give a reason for the joy that we have, right?
Yeah.
But we want to challenge you in that also, that the conversations you have, let it be, sprinkle with grace, kindness. There's all kinds of stuff that comes up at family dinners and Thanksgiving. But how might you challenge someone in there?
Remind me, there's literally the prayer structure called ACTS that I call CATS.
Yeah, I screwed that up a long time ago.
But T is giving thanks. It's Thanksgiving, And I remember anytime like that's ever come up, which it's like, it's what do they stand for? Applications,
adoration, confession,
Thanksgiving, and supplication. Right? And every time that comes up, I'm always like, when you get to Thanksgiving, it is the most convicting, because I think when we're in prayer, we're in a relationship with God or talking to God, it's kind of like, hey, I need this, or dude, things are going rough. And we forget to pause and go, dude, my life is cool. Like even in the midst of suffering, though you slay me, it's all great. And so I do think that's just kind of maybe the challenge to carry into this season while we're really propping up the idea of giving thanks. But I think spiritually it is just really focusing on that part of just pausing to not ask God for something, but rather thank God for what you do have in your life. Obviously people are going into Thanksgiving, like first Thanksgivings without loved ones, or or with loss, or heavy stuff even, or or they're going into really like happy ones where it's their kid's first Thanksgiving. These different things. People go in and their whole family's saved. People go in and they're the only like person that knows the Lord. There's just so many variables in a Thanksgiving. And like my challenge would be to go in and just like, hey, give thanks for what you have, and like recognize that situation. That be thankful if your whole family's saved. Be thankful if you are the only saved person and you have opportunity at Thanksgiving to to be that light in your family, and maybe have those conversations, pray for those conversations. I think it is just kind of recognizing the situation you're walking into at Thanksgiving, and like keeping that at the heart of it, that to be thankful in whatever situation, whether it's an up or a down in the holidays.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we're always interested to know kind of who's following and keeping up with the podcast, and we're thankful for all the listens and anybody engaging. And we're thinking of ways that we can engage more. One of those, we are launching an FBC Durant podcast Instagram, maybe some more socials in the future. So follow us at FBC Durant Podcast. Follow us there for updates on new episodes, past episodes, maybe other interesting things. Alongside that, if you're still listening, be sure that you tap in and look for FBC Durant podcast stickers floating around that have kind of made their Easter egg here in this episode, perhaps. But really, you've got a whole week here of just being at home, chilling, cleaning, resting, we hope. In that time, go back and listen to the episodes that we started with in Season 2. Episodes like Charlie Hall on worship, which I'm still bitter that I wasn't able to be there. But Tom Eliff in talking about mobilization, Tim LaFleur, a visit with Jace Williamson, who's from down the road in Van Alstyne, talking about our different pillars. They're full of incredible insight and wisdom in their particular areas of expertise. and just passion that they have for those things were extremely encouraging to me as I listened to those. And we would encourage you to go back and check those out. Moving forward, we're going to focus in the next month or so on missions, checking in with some of our local missions, some of our missions overseas, seeing how those things are going. And we want to encourage you with that. And moving forward also with things on family, friendship, spiritual disciplines, a lot more to come in this season. We hope that you link up with us and check those out and continue to stay engaged. Man, give us our feedback when you see us on things that you enjoy, things you'd like to see. Any feedback helps us out, and we love what we get to do. So thank you for being here with us. So now go and make disciples of all nations.